He gonna choose Jacob again. Yes. But it's not. It's a time and place for everything, ain't it? Yes. This not the time and place for it yet. Right. You understand? Go ahead and read.
And they shall cleave to the house of Jacob.
And they shall cleave to the house of Jacob, even the stranger. Thank you. Go ahead and read.
And the people shall take them and bring them to their place. And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids.
See, so we understand that the Israel is going to possess the stranger for servants. Yes. We understand that, but this is not the time and place for that right now, is it? No. And you can't make it happen right now. You ain't going to make that happen. This is going to happen when the Lord says it's going to happen. You ain't going to make this happen. Go ahead and read.
And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were.
Now, if they going to take them captives, whose captives they were. All the people that held Israel as captives, they going to be Israel's captives. But this is not the time nor place for that. And you can't make it be. You cannot make it be. We understand this. And we understand the time and place for everything. But this is not the time for that. I'm going to show you, if you got a problem with the Gentile or the stranger, I'm going to show you who's going to take care of that problem. If you got a problem with your brother, if he unruly, I'm going to show you who's going to take care of that. If you got a problem with your boss, I'm going to show you who's going to take care of that. Let's go to Romans 12 and 19. One verse, Romans 12 and 19. Romans 12 and 19. What you're going to do is mess around and you're going to get your camp shut down and all of y'all is mess around going to get locked up. Yeah. That's what's going to happen. Right. You're going to mess around, do something stupid, and you're going to go to jail and get your camp shut down. Right. And you know, I extend my hand to you brothers. The house of Jacob, we extend our hand because we don't turn away nobody. We understand that these brothers need to be taught. Right. They need to be taught. And we don't hate nobody. Nobody. Right, brother. We are Romans. Now, we're going to show you who's going to take care of your problem. Romans 13 and 19. Read it.
13, 12 and 19.
12 and 19. Sorry, go ahead.
Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves.
He said, avenge not yourselves.
But rather give place unto wrath. For it is written, vengeance is mine. I will repay, saith the Lord.
Now, that's who's going to repay.
That's right.
The Lord is going to repay. Vengeance is his.
That's right.
He shall repay.
Yep.
This is what you ought to do. I'm going to show you something. Let's go to Jeremiah 29. What the Lord told Jeremiah to tell the people during this time when they was getting ready to go into captivity. Jeremiah 29 and 1. Jeremiah 29 and 1. This is what we should be doing. Yeah, I understand, you know, civil rights and all that stuff. You know, I understand that. Slavery, I understand that. But it's a time and place for everything. And when it's time, this thing is going to bust wide. Yeah. And the Lord going to do it, though.
Right. That's right.
The Lord is going to do it. Just hold on, my brother. Just hold on. Do the work of an evangelist. There you go. And make full proof of your ministry. Amen. Jeremiah 29 and 1. Read it.
Now these are the words of the letter that
this is what you shall be doing. Should be doing. Go ahead, sorry.
The prophet sent from Jerusalem unto the residue of the elders which were carried away captives, and to the priests and to the prophets.
Now you see what they were? Carried away captives. Much like us. Carried away captives. Right? Because we captives. We were the slaves. Our ancestors were the slaves. Our ancestors are the Israelites. And that makes us Israelites. Right. Yes. So that's who I'm talking to now. Israel. Go ahead and read.
And to all the people whom Nebuchadnezzar had carried away captive from Jerusalem to Babylon. After that, Jeconiah the king and the queen, and the eunuchs and the princes of Judah and Jerusalem, and the carpenters and the smiths were departed from Jerusalem by the hand of Elisha and the son of Shaphan, and Jeremiah and the son of Hilkiah, whom Zedekiah king of Judah sent unto Babylon, to Nebuchadnezzar king of Babylon, saying, Thus saith the Lord of hosts.
Now this is what the Lord told Jeremiah to tell the people. Thus said the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel. Go ahead.
And to all that are carried away captives.
And to all that are carried away captives. Go ahead and read.
Whom I have caused to be carried away from Jerusalem unto Babylon.
Who caused
No.
He caused them to be carried away. Go ahead and read.
Build ye houses and dwell in them.
He said, when you go into these lands, build ye houses and dwell in them, in these lands. Go ahead.
And plant gardens and eat the fruit of them.
He said, plant gardens and eat the fruit in these lands. Go ahead.
Take ye wives and begot sons and daughters.
He said, take you wives and beget sons and daughters.
And take wives for your sons and give your daughters to husbands. That they may bear sons and daughters, that ye may be increased there and not diminished.
He said that you may be increased and not diminished. Go ahead.
And seek the peace of the city.
And do what?
Seek the peace of the city.
Seek the peace of the city.
Yes.
Seek the peace of the city. Because if you don't seek the peace of the city, you seeking destruction from the hand of the Almighty. And He gonna send the government to do it. That's what happened to that brother in Florida that was calling himself the Son of God. He wasn't seeking the peace of the city, and the Lord came and sent him off to jail. And some of his people too. So if you don't want this to happen to you, you better try to seek the peace of the city. Because if you don't know, brother, you are still a captive, and they can come at any time and crush you.
Right.
They can come at any time and crush you. You running your mouth and running your mouth, and you keep on running your mouth, and they're going to come and crush you. It ain't going to be nothing nobody can do. Because you ain't got the Lord on your side, because you out there talking crazy.
Yeah.
Go ahead and read.
Whither I have caused you to be carried away captives. And pray unto the Lord for it. For in the peace thereof shall ye have peace.
He said, pray for peace, and you going to have peace in this city. Let's go to Proverbs 16 and 7. We just got a few more after this. Proverbs 16 and verse 7. Because I'll tell you something. When you do what the Lord tells you to do, this is what's going to happen. Proverbs 16, read one verse, verse 7. What that say?
When a man's ways please the Lord.
When the ways of the man please the Lord, he
maketh even his enemies to be at peace.
He maketh even his enemies be at peace with him.
That's right.
But are your ways pleasing to the Lord, though? Are your ways pleasing to the Lord? See, if the ways of a man please the Lord, He'll make even his enemies be at peace with him. I've seen it for myself.
Teach, brother.
I've seen it for myself. You know, my boss try to say something nasty to me and everything. He tried to. I just give him some kind words, have no more problems out of it.
Right.
See, they expect for us to react because they think because, you know, we black and we supposed to react in a certain way. But if you just give a soft answer,
That's
give a soft answer.
That's right.
The Lord gonna make them be at peace with. They gonna think they said, wait a minute. You know, this guy ain't going off like they normally do.
That's right.
You know, let me cool down, because now I'm looking stupid.
Yeah.
I'm looking like the crazy one instead of him. I'm trying to make him look like the crazy one, so I can call the police on him and have him arrested.
That's right.
So now, when you ain't running your mouth and talking crazy to them, now they looking at you in a whole different light now.
Teach, brother. That's right.
But that's only from the Lord, though. That's from the Lord. Now, let's go to Galatians 5 and 22. Galatians 5 and 22. This is what we need to have. Galatians 5 and 22. This is what we're supposed to be dealing with. Galatians 5 and 22. Read it.
But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace.
See, the fruits of the Spirit, love, joy, peace. What else?
Long-suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness,
Go ahead.
temperance. Against such there is no law.
Go ahead.
And they that are Christ have crucified the flesh with the affections and lusts.
He said, and they that are Christ have crucified the flesh with the affections and lusts.
If we live in the Spirit, let us also walk in the Spirit.
He said, if we live in the Spirit, let us walk in the Spirit. Are you walking in the Spirit, though? You're not walking in the Spirit when you running around cursing people out and talking about you going to kill somebody.
That's right.
You're right.
You ain't walking in the Spirit. And I hope you brothers take this to heart.